Hey YouTube, it's your girl Jamina Love back with another video. Welcome back, welcome back. How you doing, my busy bee? Staying busy, I hope. Keeping it sexy, child. We try to always, and today we're gonna do something a little out of the world, out of this world, really, and out of the pocket, out of anything that I have not shown you before, because I've done it several times, but I did not show you how I've done it, and it's this. It looks like a fan, kind of like a halo eye. I'm trying to figure out, not really figure out, I watched it on a TikTok video and I'm trying to learn what all the different shapes are. But this is kind of, to me, just looks like a fan. Let me get up close so you can see. It looks like a fan to me. And I use two brushes to do this whole look. And I want to show you how I did it. So grab your primer. I am testing out a primer, and it is the LA Matte Finish Primer. I found it at the Dollar Tree, and it actually is doing everything it's supposed to be doing. But what I intended to do with it, which I'm going to make a small video about, was I heard on the TikToks, you know, I'm always on there, not always on there, but I'm usually on there with my granddaughter, and a few times I get a few, you know, out of doing all the kid videos that she goes through, I will see one from a makeup artist that will just be like, I need to try that. So what they were talking about, which we're going to talk about in that video, is using the eyeshadow primer under the eye to fill in the pores to give you a smooth canvas. I'm like, what? I've got to try that. So what I'm starting out with is my shimmer shade, and I got this shade from my best friend, and it's from Chic Cosmetics, and it's this teal shifting color that is in the middle. And we're going to start in the middle and work our way out. So I'm taking a flat shader brush, just a thin, flat shader, and I'm getting some product on there. You don't need a whole lot, because what we're going to do is make a line from above the crease, stamping it down to the eyelid. And that's the first start of it. Now you want to see how thick you want it. How, you know, do you want it to fan out the shape-wise? Because this is the start of what I was told is a spotlight eye. Like you would think of a flashlight, and how the light goes out and there's no end. That's a spotlight eye. So that's what we're starting out with. And then we're going to work our way to making like a T on the top. Just a short little T. And then we're going to bring it down like a Y. And as you see, I'm not doing a whole lot of product at once. I'm stamping it on and just filling in the sides that I want, because we can always go back and get some more product and do the swoop right here to fill it in. And we're just going to stamp, stamp, stamp. Not really blend it out. Just get the color on there, because you want this to be the focal point. And the way we're going to blend it out is we're going to build more color on the side. So I'm using this palette from You Can Be. I'm still rocking this palette. This palette is become everything. The cover is what really drags me into it, because as soon as I open it up, I'm just like, there's so many things I want to do with it. But we're going to reach right into this dark, no. That's how I did it yesterday. So today we're going to go into this fuchsia pink color. That is my granddaughter's fuchsia purple color. She just loves this color. She says it's blue. It's Blue's Clues blue. And we're going to take that and we're going to stamp and blend out the edges of this look. Just going right around the edge of the color, building it and just sitting it there. And the way I do it is I keep the brush where the color is close to the shadow. And so I turn the brush, rotating it to keep the shadow close to the edge look. And we're just going to pat and make our shape. add any extra if we want it to be more bold, which I do, so that I can blend this in with the next color. And the reason it's going just a little bit higher than the shade is because we are going to close it off once we get the fourth stripes in. So now we're going to go into that dark purple. Once again, the same way, keep the brush where the color is close to the previous color, or facing towards the previous color, so that it doesn't go out on the other side. And we're just going to go right up to the edge and make that as, and you see it looks almost black, that dark purple. Turn your brush again and stamp. And keep it close, not too much because you can't wipe it away, but you can blend more into it. And we're just keeping it nice and sharp, not really blending it out, just keeping that line. The way we're blending it out is just kind of like rubbing into itself with whatever left on the brush, but not trying to over blend to where we have to rebuild it back up. Okay, now wipe it off. I'm using a towel on my leg, just wipe it off. We're going back into that fuchsia Blues Clues pink, keeping it right on the tip of the brush, and we're going to go in right up against the edge there of that dark purple. You can use black if you want. You can use any colors you want to do the same effect. I just really like this color combination. And so we're just touching up any excess that we need before we close it off. Now with these lines, we're going to close it off. We're going to go just a little bit higher than the previous ones, and then we're going to cross right over, keeping once again the color close to the shadow previous. That way we keep it nice and close. We can stamp and not, I'm not swiping, I'm stamping and going to get the color where I want it. And it looks kind of like a little fan from there. Now at this point, I was going to stop the last eye. I was like, okay, let's stop and fill it in with some brown. But then I was like, no, it's stealing the spotlight from you by adding the brown. So we're going to go back into that dark purple. And as you see right here, I have a little of the dark purple that left me and a little of the fuchsia purple that left me. So before I switch over colors, I'm going to put the fuchsia back in there. Just right there. And just right here. Wipe it off and go back into that dark purple. And stamp it back in its place. With slowly little stamping motion. Then we're going to do the same here in the front of the eye. Kind of swipe it a little bit. And then we're going to do it here on the outer portion of the eye. And then we're going to go right back into that halo fan look. Stamping it and kind of this time blending it into the other color, just keeping it nice and close. And just back and forth, getting it to stay right there. We don't want it to go too far in or over. All right, and then we can bring this one all the way up to its line. And bring everybody back up to the top. This fuchsia purple stains the house down, but it's so pretty. And see if we were even going to just do a small cut crease and use this dark purple that looks almost black. When we blend it out with the fuchsia, it would have turned into a totally different color. It's so pretty that way. All right, now we're done with this brush. We're done with this brush. We've done everything we needed to do, going swiping back and forth. That little slight buffing that I was doing really did blend that eye out. As you see, it really did blend it out. Now we're going to go into a very small blender into that fuchsia color and bring that into the 1/3, the front 1/3 of the eye and the end tail of the eye and over the eye into the brow. And doing this stamping motion is blending it out to where I don't have to worry about, did I not get enough, product or what. And I just like to stamp and lift so I can see where I'm at. Same for the end. I've definitely got to get a way to view this without having you guys kind of covered. And then we're just going to go right on the top here in small stamping motions and lay down that product. And then we'll start to do small circle or blend, small circle drag to blend it all the way out. So there's the only harsh line we have is the dark purple line. Okay, and from here you're done with the brushes totally, because we're gonna put black eyeliner on the bottom. But what you want to do is give it that lift to kind of make it look like a fan with the little makeup wipe. Go over your brows where you blended into your brows, and you want it to be right under the brow bone, and keep it that same shape right here in the front also. And all I did to end this eye off, we're gonna do a little black eyeliner, and I got this big old crayon from Wet n Wild, and we're gonna do the upper lash line to make it a lot darker, the bottom lash line, tight lining it, wipe it to smudge, and I finished the eye off with the lash from Ayani Lash, and it is this beautiful style right here. It's very simple, not simple, but more like a daytime eyelash. I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes in the purple tube. I know y'all saw that where I kind of dabbed my cheek with the wand. Thank God it was brand new, so it didn't have much product on it yet, to where it sat on my cheek and didn't really do anything. All right. And now we're going to use some Kiss White that goes clear lash glue. Don't need very much, just a teensy weensy bit. I'm going to put it on the back of a pot. Okay, I'm putting it in the back of a pot. I'm like, I can't even get my words today. And now I'm going to take a Q-tip and cut off the tip. So it's at kind of like an angle. I'm just giving it a rough tap because I don't want it to scratch my eye. We're going to use the back of that sharp angle to tap on the glue. And the only reason why I have to do it this way is they ran out of my favorite lash glue, the Kiss lash glue with the wand. That's a hard wand. It's like an angled wand, kind of like a concealer wand, but it's a hard plastic. And I really like that too, for these type of, to put my lashes on. It's like my favorite glue. But Kiss is Kiss. It works just fine. As long as it's not the blue, I'm good, because I don't like the blue. I'm kind of difficult that way. So now I'm going to just fan the eye a little bit. And the reason I put so much in the front, because the front is always the main one that, for my allergy eyes, wants to lift. And we place and they'll dry clear, so I won't have to worry about any excess showing. And voila, it dries that quick. What do you guys think? Isn't it pretty? I really like this. It's very daring, and with the rest of the face, it's going to tie in together. But I'm not able to like chop my videos like I used to, so I'm going to have to cut it here and then see the finished look after I put on the primer as a, a base before my concealer. Really see, because I've got this one and the Juvia's Place, so please stop by for that video if you're interested. I really would hope you would. It will help you out. And so let's leave that with, my name is Jovina, and if you're new here, I love everything about everything and anything in between. That includes you, my skincare, makeup, and more. And if you're not new here, I see you, sis, and I hope to see you all in the next one. I love you so much. Bye.